So, our last Scooby-Doo crossover was a boring piece of shit called Scooby-Doo and John McCain Adventures.
Maybe if we spice it up with some anime action,
Yes.
you know?
But not just any anime. Cowboy Bebop. That would be the
Jiggies! 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 Jiggies!
That would be the Cowboy Bebop theme with Scooby-Doo noises.
And, terrible.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another episode of Shitfic Showcase. Chapter 1. A Broken Car. Spike Spiegel was looking at the car's engine, and it was clear to him that the damn thing wouldn't cooperate with him, being broken. Well, that's just perfect, he then said. After all, he's just your humble bounty hunter who was once a part of a crime syndicate. That follows. Therefore, he has a broken automobile.
That's how you fucking introduce a character, yeah!
After all,
Goddamn car won't start with a fucking shit.
I am putting my foot, which is humble bounty hunter foot, on the car gas pedal, but it is not helping me to become somebody who was once a part of a crime syndicate. Is this Botnick? Did Botnick write this shit? But of course, he had some trouble with a certain someone, and he's been an exiled hitman ever since then. So let's just say he's been through a lot. But anyway, his car is broken. Now, the reason he had the car was because he heard of a bounty on a monster who's been causing trouble for one local farmer. Naturally, he had to do it just because he wanted to know who was responsible for this. What, the car? Wait, are we getting our causality flipped here? But the car he got was a joke because he thought the damn thing wouldn't break, and yet it did. Because normally when you get a car, you expect that it will do car things like move. But instead, this one takes the very utilitarian path of not moving.
It's very Spartan,
Yes.
this one.
So in a way, this truly was his worst day ever. Worse than the day that he was nearly killed. Which, there are several of those in the life of Spike Spiegel, but fuck it, this is the worst one.
Fucking
The goddamn car.
Big old car won't start with a fucking goddamn shit.
Now that would change, and let's just say it would be quite interesting.
I promise.
That was chapter 1.
Alright, so we fucking stubbed our toe.
We have established that Spike's car won't start in chapter 1.
Entitled The Broken Car.
Alright, chapter 2, your turn to read.
Okay, the mysterious stranger. What are we gonna learn in this chapter? We're gonna be a stranger of mystery? See.
The mysterious stranger things.
Yes. It all began when Spike saw some headlights. He then raised his hand out. The vehicle then pulled over to where he was.
As opposed to where he was going to be.
He then said, "Hi there. My car broke down and I was hoping I could get a ride from you. See, I'm after a monster who's been making a farmer's life miserable, and I last heard the monster was in a spooky mansion."
It's great. Give them all that exposition before they even know who you are.
Yeah.
You see, I am looking for UFOs, and I am also
The car already just leaves.
I am required to inform you that I am a child predator, and am not allowed within 100 miles of children's playgrounds. And I am also looking for UFOs. And my name is Mo Lester. The Mo is short for molester. So my real full name is Molester Lester. But anyway, can I get a ride from you?
The door then opened, and one of them said, "Hop in." I don't know why I'm doing this, but
That's a great Scooby-Doo impression.
I'm Batman.
I'm Bat Dooby Doo.
So he then went in and was all set. Okay.
Was all set. He had everything lined up after that.
He got it. That was
all
it.
he needed. He needed
everything.
He
was
needed
fucking,
a functional vehicle, and he got a functional vehicle.
It was all spike and span.
Yes.
So who are you guys? Spike then asked them.
By the way, who the fuck are you people?
I'm Fred, and that's Velma Daphne, and those two in the back are Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. He then replied.
The author takes the novel approach of having Velma and Daffy merge into one character.
Like Siamese twins.
Just merged into head.
Or it's like it's Velma with two of Daphne's faces for her tits.
You just discovered my fetish.
Or maybe it's like a headless woman and one tit is Daphne's face and the other is Velma's.
Yeah, and that way you can get a blowjob from her tits.
It's perfect.
My titties can give you blowjobs.
Why the fuck is that? Better be on fanfic. On that.
My titties is mouths, and I must scream.
For my titties. That are also mouths. So, who are you by chance? One of them asked him. One of them then asked him, "My name's Spike Spiegel, and I was wondering if I could help you guys catch the monster." He then replied,
He doesn't even know that that's where they're going. We were actually traveling to Maine. We were just gonna get some lobsters.
"I wanted to help you guys catch the monster that I was hunting, and you guys were just driving by, and I jumped in the car."
So you guys are now hunting. You're now doing what I'm doing.
I
right?
tell you what the fuck to do!
I have commandeered your vehicle.
I'm Spike motherfucking Doo! Spike Dooby Doo! Why, sure. One of them then replied back.
We are just your little bitches.
And so with the whole car thing figured out, he then knew he was about to find out that this mystery was going to be quite interesting. But he didn't know it yet, and neither do you,
we.
the reader.
Because
It's probably not going to be interesting.
This is not interesting at all so far. My car's broken. Oh, but it's okay. I got a ride.
I like how every fucking chapter is, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great,
It's gonna
guys.
be great. Just wait.
It's going to be good.
Wait, I'm telling you, it's gonna be amazing.
Just keep waiting. Just keep going. It's going to be great.
Strap your motherfucking selves in for the ride of your lives.
Get your fucking helmets on!
Chapter 3, The Haunted Mansion, starring Eddie Murphy. Once they came near, they then knew this place was quite creepy. Man, whoever owned this place must have really not cared about it, Spike then said. Today on the fucking HGTV fucking home criticism network. Spike is like, this place needs a makeover.
It's a hot mess.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
When they got out of the van, they then went inside, and it was quite the place. It had lots of bedrooms and plenty of bathrooms. Oh, and it also had a kitchen and even a library.
It's fucking like real estate agent or something.
Yeah, we're just reading some listing. It even had a library. Wow, yeah, because, books. Most houses don't have those.
Yes, I mean,
So in a way, this place was quite intriguing. In a way.
having a library for this house is like, the author is like having a fucking, like, Prohibition era, like, speakeasy. Let's keep this shit on the hush-hush, because it's like a librarian, Shh.
They then went to see if anyone else was here, but then they saw footprints of the monsters, so they then decided to split and find clues. It would be quite the experience for all of
I'm
them.
telling you!
Just
Just
wait, I'm
you
telling you.
fucking wait.
Just keep on reading. I promise you. I promise it's gonna be...
My writing skills are just getting in gear right now.
Yeah,
They're just getting
I
revved
just
up.
shifted into, like, 1.5 gear, motherfucker. You wait. Don't even fucking worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
I've got the fucking baseball card in my bicycle wheel spokes. We're fucking getting going here, man.
Yeah.
Okay, chapter 4. Man, shit, we're already in chapter 4. Man, this is a fucking page turner, man.
See, this is a perfect story because there's only 1 or 2 pages.
Yeah. It's splitting up. Okay, guys, so it's clear that this monster is here. So here's how this will work. Me and Daphne will handle one area of the mansion. Scooby and Shaggy will handle the other area of the mansion. And you and Velma will handle one area of the mansion. And maybe, just maybe, we'll find this monster. That's how splitting up fucking works! Fred then said to them! So do you guys do this a lot? Spike then asked them. Well, yeah, we're a team of sleuths.
So here's how this is gonna work.
Okay.
You guys go over there. You guys go over there, and we're gonna go over here.
You guys go over there.
So you see, I drew out this blueprint, right? You know, it says you are here. Oh, I stole this from a mall, by the way.
It says you are here, and then I put a T in front of here. So if you can just follow the instructions that I very clearly laid out. Man, that answers a lot, Spike then said. And so the others went off to find the monster. So Spike, it's just you and me. It's just you and me. Come on. Velma then said to him, come on. Man, at least I know this could have been a whole lot worse, Spike then said to all the other... Yeah, to him!
Man Velma. So Spike, it's just you and me. Come on. Try not to get lost in my leg hairs.
So Spike, it's just you and Velma. Come on!
Don't step on my glorious, magnificent beard, which is trailing behind me and between my legs.
And of course, I like how all the other chapters ended with like, man, this is going to be interesting. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. It's going to be quite an experience. Man, this could have been a whole lot worse. This could have been a lot worse, I
The
guess.
standards are falling like a fucking brick, dude.
Yeah.
Alright, chapter 5, Finding Clues.
Do something!
So when Velma and Spike were looking for clues, they then knew this wasn't going to be just an ordinary monster. This isn't going to be an ordinary monster.
No.
You know, not one of them monsters that's just like, boring.
Just some everyday.
You see a monster, and you're just like, yawn, a monster.
Yeah.
Big deal. Pfft, big whoop. 2 arms, 2 legs, whatever, Frankenstein. This is gonna be a fucking monster that might have up to 3 arms.
Possibly including 4.
Don't get their expectations too high. Spike, look, I found some clues, Velma then said. Man, this guy really has a lot of stuff, and why would he need this much stuff? Great observation, dude. Yeah, we could have done it without you, man.
Man, this guy really has a lot of stuff. And why would he need this much stuff?
What is he doing with all of these things around this place full of things?
That's the fucking key line right there, man.
I don't know why this is so fucking funny.
This guy really has a lot of stuff, and why would he need this much stuff, Spike then? That's totally something Spike would say.
That is a Spike line. I think that's a direct quote from the show.
The fucking whole plot centers around this line. This is really introducing the moral dilemma.
Yeah. It's about capitalism. It's a metaphor for capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, you know, Spike, who is a slave to capitalism because he is being forced to hunt monsters just for money and can't even afford a decent car, is pondering this large place and all of the stuff inside of it, wondering, why not take on a more simple lifestyle? Why do you need this much stuff? Anyway. Hey, Spike, look at this, Velma then said to them. I guess Spike's gender is undetermined at this moment.
No, Spike just fucking reproduced via budding.
They're both talking at the same time. Look at all the stuff!
Man, that's a lot of Spike. Who would need this much Spike?
They then looked at what the billboard had in store, and what they saw was quite shocking. Man, whoever this monster is must have been a robber who stole this place from the original owner. Spike then said, because that's what robbers do, you know.
He went to their house and stole their, house.
He just picked their house up while they were in it, and he was in it, and just carried it off somewhere else.
Is this fucking Haunted Mansion in a trailer park?
Maybe because who really knows what this guy was doing here in the first place? What?
Maybe
because who really knows?
Because who really knows
what this guy was doing here in the first? I don't know. I mean, do you have any ideas?
I got no fucking clue.
I don't have a single original idea in my head. I speak in vagaries constantly. I don't know what anything is. Look at this object. Is it a toaster? Is it soap? I don't know. Just then, the others were running from the monster. Now, Velma did run, but as for Spike, he'd rather fight it. Let's just say, it would be quite interesting.
It would be quite interesting!
If it was in another story that wasn't written by this fucking guy.
I'm just gonna write me a fanfic of like how
Did he lose
Bebop and Scooby-Doo or something.
Did he lose a bet and just put in as little effort as possible? So the guy did stuff and things happened. The end.
What, you want another chapter? Fuck! Chapter 6. Spike versus Monster. Okay, Monster, bring it, he then said.
Oh yeah, those fucking Spike Spiegel one-liners, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's badass. I bet he put on his sunglasses right before he said that.
And so he went right for it, and the monster didn't know what to do, and I didn't know how to write fucking story. I can barely fucking put together a shopping list.
I'm basically writing this in the middle of a long-term coma.
So it tried to fight back at him. But it was no match for Spike, because he made sure he would never scare anyone ever again. So Spike fought the monster, but then the monster tried to fight back at him, but then Spike fought back at the monster.
Yes.
That's how this fight happened.
This choreography is so stunning. This fight fucking choreography. If this guy wrote a movie, it would just take place in a white space with nothing in it, and everybody would just kind of stand around and look at each other. That would be the entire movie.
When Spike then landed a sucker punch on it, he then fell on the ground.
Spike fell on the ground?
Yeah.
It's like when I tried to push my friend in 6th grade and while we were both in chairs. We were both sitting in chairs. Yeah. I tried to push him and I moved backwards.
When Spike then landed a sucker punch on it, he then fell on the ground because the sucker punch sucked all the energy out of him.
Yeah.
The others then knew he was quite handy.
Because he used his hand to punch the monster handily.
So they then wanted to know who was under the mask. Let's just skip
ahead
to the mask.
We're going to find out in Chapter 7 who's under the mask. Imaginative.
This is the best fanfic I've ever fucking read.
Once the monster was caught, the police officer and Farmer Homer then came to the mansion to finally find who this monster really is. Marge! Who's this monster? When they took the mask off, it was Sergio Gonzalez.
No! Not Sergio!
I never would have expected it to be him. Mainly because I don't have a phone book next to me and can't just, like, flip through the pages and pick out a name at random. Like the author apparently can.
Was Sergio Gonzalez the guy the author lost the bet to?
Probably. Okay, you got me. I was the one responsible for the murder of the original owner of the mansion and stole some Farmer Homer's cash, he then said. But why would you do this? Spike then asked him. I was just trying to get away with my fortune, he then replied. Aha! I knew it! So he robbed me because B was trying to get away with my fortune! He was robbing me so he could take my money! He took my money so that he could run away with my money!
What the fuck?
He was gonna take my money and keep it? No
You
way!
asshole non-borrower!
Farmer Homer then said. And I would have gotten away if it wasn't for you meddling kids, he then said, probably mid-yawn. And so, with the monster taken care of, they then knew sure their time was almost over. But at least it was worth it.
No, it wasn't.
It really wasn't. No, it was not worth it at all. Chapter 8, The Farewell. You read this shit.
The Farewell. So this is it, huh? This is the whole fucking fanfic right here. That's all it is? That's all you wrote? You fucking idiot? Fred then asked him, well, I'm afraid so, but at least it was worth it.
Spike then said, echoing the line at the end of the last chapter, which reads, but at least it was worth it.
See, that was foreshadowing right there. What you do now that we're done? He then asked him. Read a better fucking fanfic, probably. I don't know. Well, I'll go back to my job of being a bounty hunter. You? He then replied and asked him. Us? Well, we've got more mysteries to solve. Fred then replied. Well, thanks for the ride, Spike then replied to them suddenly. And thank you for helping us with the mystery. Fred then replied. And so the both of them went their own ways. But they both don't regret teaming up.
Spike would later go on to put a Yelp review on the Scooby-Doo gang that was a solid 3.5 out of 5. Not bad, decent atmosphere. I killed him, I didn't kill a monster, I fought a monster.
At least it was worth it.
Let's read the reviews for this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Strickland, did he just call Velma a boy? And Wyatt, the author replies, no, I don't think I called Velma boy.
Boy, you listen to me when I'm talking to you. Look at me when I'm talking to you, boy.
Patrick just has his head in his hand right now, just and now he's shaking it. I mean, that story was a wonderful example of minimalism, quite frankly.
Oh, yes. It's a fucking artistic movement.
It's a statement. It's an
Right
artistic
there.
statement.
Yes.
And the statement is,
Period.